Hi, I'm Margaret. You are watching a video from 31 Days of Tarot, the 2020 edition of 31 Days of Tarot, and the initiative for this challenge comes from Ethony Dawn. Ethony, thank you for making up these wonderful prompts. I'm doing a video for 2 days in one go because that's easy. I have a bit of a cold and I'm making this challenge a bit easier for myself. Day 7, the prompt for day 7 is to have a Stalker card in 2019. And which card was that? I didn't have an obvious Stalker card last year, but I remember clearly the Tower card came up for me and it made a huge impact on me. I will show you the Tower card in the Everyday Witch Tarot. I love this Tower card. Tower in this card has the same shape as her head. That indicates that she had a revolutionary thought and she acted on that thought. She acted completely different than she usually did because she had such a powerful thought which replaced some old thoughts. And that was the case in my life too. I'm not going into details, but it changed my ideas in one part of my life completely. And it was not a negative experience, it was impactful. It was a powerful experience, but it wasn't a negative one. And I like to think that the Strength card comes after the Tower card. Here she is in totally control of her thoughts. She is aware of her thoughts and she chooses which thoughts she will linger on. I got the Delos Tarot from Etsy. It's an Asian deck. I got it in 2019 and I love this picture of the Strength card. I put it on display in my living room for the rest of the year of 2019 after I got the Delos Tarot. Because this card was an extra card in my deck. I got it as a little extra from the makers of the Delos Tarot. And it's a little bit larger than the other cards in the deck. And now I use this as a bookmark. I go to the prompt for day 8. That prompt is about the books I have read in 2019. The tarot books I read. I'm going to show you 8 books I read in 2019. The first one is Your Tarot card from Ethony Dawn. This is a very good book. When the court cards come up in the readings for myself, I use this book as a reference book. The second book I read during 2019 is the Marseille Tarot Revealed. This book I even read 2 times from cover to cover. I read every page 2 times in this book because I wanted to learn the Tarot de Marseille very well. And it's a wonderful book. Next I will show you Tarot Diva from Sasha Graham. It's a very good book for beginners also, but for people who are not new to tarot, it's also interesting. There are recipes in this book. It's a very original approach to the tarot. Another book which is a good book for beginners is Tarot 101 from Kim Huggens. I liked this book also very much. It is a beginner's book, but you can use it also if you are not new to the tarot, if you are reading for some time. Because there are lots of exercises in the book, and there are so many exercises in the book, so if you have read this book, I don't think you will have done all the exercises when you first start with tarot. The exercises are optional, and you choose which one you want to do, and but later on in another year, exercises which you skipped later on. So I recommend this book or Tarot Devo as a book for starters in the tarot. Then there is another book which I enjoyed reading last year, and that's 21 Ways to Read a Tarot Card from Mary J. Greer. She's well known in the tarot community, and this book has also a lot of exercises in it. This is a book which you can read and do exercises from when you are done with the beginner books. I enjoyed reading this part of the book so much. Here she talks about linking the cards together from one suit. How a card from one suit is linked to the next card in the same suit. And she compares that with climbing a mountain. Then I will show you some guidebooks from tarot decks, which I read. I've read a lot of guidebooks, but mostly I didn't read them from cover to cover. This book I read, and because I wanted to learn the upside down meanings for the cards. This is a very good book for that, but I used it with other tarot decks, not with the Revelation Tarot itself, but you could do that. Then there are two books from Robert M. Place. This is the guidebook for the Vampire Tarot. It's a very good guidebook, and I love to read this because it tells you all about the legend of Dracula and vampires. When it started, how it started, how people thought about vampires in different parts of the world. It covers everything about vampires, from the past till the present day. Even if you are not that interested in vampires, if you read this, you will get interested. He has a very engaging writing style. Then there's a much thicker, fatter book from Robert M. Place, and this is the guidebook from the Alchemical Tarot, but it's also a guidebook for the Waite-Smith Tarot and the Tarot of the Sevenfold Mystery. It has a lot of pages, but I've read the whole book. 680 pages it has, and I think it's very interesting. It tells about alchemy and the history of alchemy and magic and hermeticism and neoplatonism. I personally like to read about the old decks, the old tarot decks, and how tarot started, how it developed, how it developed, how it developed, and the theories about that, because not everything is certain, how it originated. It's so interesting to read. And the descriptions of the cards are also very good. Also there are some wonderful spreads in this book. There's a chakra spread, which I love in this book. Okay, these books I wanted to show you, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I will answer them. And see you in my next video, and thanks for watching. Bye!